What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Chits and Chats. It has been it's hard to say. It's hard to say out loud more than anything, but I think it's been, I would say, a couple of years now. It has been a hiatus for sure, but today we're back just like that, and we expect you to be back just like that as well. So I'll be honest with you, there was a period of probably a year where we just did not touch a board game. I know that's insane. I would still admire them, go back and check on them. However, we picked up a game, I think I broke out Barrage or something like that, probably a year ago, and man, it just reignited my passion for board games, and I immediately started buying them. I realized, number one, how much money we saved not buying board games for a year. The healthiest thing I could have done for us was just not play board games anymore because I saved so much money. And you know what? That's just part of what we do, right? We look for the latest and greatest, but also try to treasure and admire what we already have. Now, speaking of spending unnecessary amounts of money on board games I definitely don't need for space I don't even have. Today I have a shipment of 5 brand new games that we're going to open together. Now, I want to preface this by saying some of them you might be like, what? Why? Why waste the money? That's not a great way to start off this video. I don't know what you're going to be thinking to yourself, okay? But just bear with me, okay? These are 5 brand new board games that I'm really excited to try. Keep in mind, okay? These are more like family style games because I'm trying to onboard the kids, okay? I'm trying to get them in early so they just think it's a normal thing people do, is play an excessive amount of board games with time you really don't have. And that's what we're gonna do today. So here's the thing though, okay? What I really would ask you to do, I'm gonna open these board games, and so I'm gonna do something and I'm gonna ask you to do something. Number one, I am going to first rank them how I feel they're going to be from best to worst. Hopefully it's not really worst, it's just best to not best. But I want to try to rank these from, what I feel like is going to be the most fun experience to the most kind of mid experience, from 1 to 5, because it's inevitable. Okay, some of these games will be better than others. Now, I also ask you, before I play these games, how you rank these and see if, we're close. So in the comments below, guys, rank these games from 1 to 5. Even if you haven't played them, let me know, what you think is number 1. So number 1 is going to be the best. Number 5 is going to be the least, if you can call it that. So in the comments, put, what you think or your experience, and let me know if you've actually played. Like, you can put a parentheses, okay? Like played or unplayed, okay? That's a lot to ask, sorry. But yes, please, let's do it. So let's get into this, guys, and break open the new shipment together. I never like doing this. I always feel like there's going to be one pressed up to the ceiling of the box, if you will, and I'm just going to scratch right into it. It always stresses me out. But we are going to do this right here, right now. The packing. We got to do the packing. Can you see me? It looks like you can. Here we go. But I'm going to move the box out of the way. I'll move them over here, and we are going to get these out. Now, guys, once again, these are more family-style games, but the goal here is to, again, I want to introduce my family, my kids, and so some of these might be a little bit, I don't know. They might be amazing. I think some of these are some people's favorite games as adults, okay? And that's great. I hope they're mine too. Here we go. Number 1, King Domino. King Domino, I have heard a lot about, and I've actually played. Okay, so I will preface this by saying I have played this on BGA. Okay, I had to try it, and to be honest, I was sold. I'm not really sure about the rating on BGG. Like, it's not super high, and it's probably because it's very, very simple. And for whatever reason, okay, I was an engineer at one point, okay, and for some reason I have not been able to make a square with these pieces without a space being left in the middle, and I miss out on those points, and I'm gonna do it. All right, I'm gonna do it. That's part of the reason I got the game, just to challenge myself. King Domino. So we have this one right here. Again, if you haven't played this one, it's basically taking these different landscape tiles and you're connecting landscape to landscape. And I think it's is it 5 or 7? I think it's a 5 by 5 grid that you have to use. And and you get crowns, and on the crowns, the crowns are multiplied by the landscape, or the landscape tiles are multiplied by the crowns, something like that. I got to reread King Domino. That's going to go right there. Next up, wow, never played it, Sagrada. And I had to get the new version, guys. This is the new art. I know there's a lot of controversy here. I don't know why. Here's the thing. I appreciate, first of all, the box looks incredible. I don't, even if the art isn't as good as the original, I think the front of the box is, at least. So at least the display is going to look like I did the right thing. But part of the reason I got the new version is because I looked, I was like, should I get the old or the new? A lot of people stuck with the old, and you know what, that's fine. But I think the reason I wanted the new is because anytime that there's like an optimized rule set, I'd rather have the newest version of those rules versus, the older, the less revised version. So Sagrada, I know I've been doing, I did some research on the game, obviously. And it just looks like it's one of those classics, like almost a cult classic that you have to experience. A little bit like Azul, maybe, but I don't know. I want to compare it to Azul and see which one is genuinely better or more fun for us. Azul is amazing. I would never get rid of that game. I would never. That's an absolute must-have because it's like an onboarding game. It allows people who don't like board games to begin to like them, and people who love board games to like them even more. And I'm hoping that's what this is. I'm hoping that there's a little bit of player interaction. I'm not sure, though, because I know people said there wasn't great player interaction, and then some said there was an amazing amount of player interaction. People are just people, all right? They're just like, everybody's so different. So many opinions out in the world. Okay, so Sagrada. All right, next up, we have 10B. Yes, this one was a game that I was really looking forward to for a long time, and it's beautiful. It seems like that. I love drafting. I love games where you're just drafting and you have these like scoring. You have a bunch of different options for scoring, but also requirements, and it just forces you to really adapt to what comes out on the board. But this one, man, the art is so good, and I'm really hoping that this turns out to be something that stays in the collection for a long time and is a really good, something we want to break out on a weeknight when we're exhausted and tired of everything. Hopefully we won't be tired of 10B. So 10B is right there. And then let's keep going. Now this one, guys, this one you're going to probably be like, all right, dude, I'm just going to stop here. But with kids, as bad as this sounds, like the push your luck, I'm not going to say gambling because that's awful, but like the push your luck aspect of games is super fun. Like we played a hot streak with the kids, and I don't know what that's teaching them. I mean, I do. I don't know what life skills. Hopefully it doesn't, fuel this like adrenaline, this need for this adrenaline rush. But these push your luck games are super fun to play with the kids because it teaches them though, hey, like maybe I'm heating up, but maybe I need to cool down a little bit. And so that's why I had to get Can't Stop. I did just back Mountain Goats, the Legacy game, and you know what? The wife doesn't know that, but she's also not here right now. She's going to find out, though, around my birthday. But I also had the excuse that it's going to be around my birthday when I receive it, so hey, it won't matter. But Can't Stop looks super fun, and I've seen a little bit of it. There's like different tracks right here where you can go up. I guess you can go up on like 3 different tracks at once, and you're basically just trying to get to the top of those numbers first. And if you bust, you bust, and you got to start over. So, or whatever. I don't know. I haven't read all the rules, but Can't Stop. It looks fun, and I think it'll be really good for the kids. So we're gonna see. And finally, we have. I was about to say, dude. Finally, we have Castle Combo. This is a game that is ranked pretty good. It has. I think it was like a 7.7, maybe a 7.8. But it's a very small box. I didn't realize that the box was this small. That's the issue. Like with BGG, or in Amazon, you see these things and you're like, wow, dude, I'm getting this really amazing box. I can't believe it's so inexpensive. And then you've come to find out, wow, I got what I paid for. So this is this is a tiny box. Now I have also played this on BGA, and it's kind of what sold me as well. It was just very easy to play, very easy to get into. I didn't even know the rules the first time I went in. Literally not a single rule, and I won the game. That's probably where I got it. I expect that to happen every time as well. But this is it's so quick and it's fun, and I think the kids will be able to get it. It's just a very basic grid card play. You pick a card, it gives you some bonus points depending on its position in the grid and some requirements that it has. And I'm just really into that stuff right now. These very easy to get, but like difficult to master and very competitive games. It's so good for late nights or good for the kids. And yeah, this one was a lot of fun when I played it. So those are the 5 games that we got. And the question is, let's rank them now. That wasn't a question. The question is, what are going to be the best games? What are going to be the least great games? I don't want to say worst, because why would I spend my money on games that are just going to be bad? But which I have done before. I'm sure we all have. So let me think for a minute. Now, I need to think about how much we're going to table it as well, and I think all these will get tabled a lot. So honestly, that's just going to be a criteria that's out, because I think all of these will get tabled. They're very easy to get to the table. So we're actually going to start with number 5. Let's see what I think the least exciting experience, if you will, is going to be. And again, I have to base it on the actual entertainment value. And although this game I think is going to be a lot of fun, I think it's probably going to get, it's just going to be what it is. It's not going to have any surprises, and it's just going to be very basic luck-driven race. And I think Can't Stop is going to be number 5. So I'm excited to play it, but Can't Stop I think is going to be just, hey, you roll the dice, you move your piece, try not to bust, and that's it. May the best person win. That's basically what it is. And it's still going to be fun, though. Again, I know there's going to be a lot of flipping tables and stuff. So Can't Stop, number 5, I think, of these games. Now, number 4 is a tough one, but I think it's going to probably be between... Yeah, if I say what it's going to be between, then you'll know number 3. So I'm not going to do that. But I think it's probably going to be King Domino. I think King Domino is a fun game, and I think it's really good. But it's probably going to get a little bit samey after a while, even though there's a lot of variability in how you set up your board. It's infinite, essentially. But I think this one will probably be one that's just like, okay, this has been fun, but I'm not really in the mood to play it tonight. It's just a little too basic. But it still has a little bit more strategy and options than Can't Stop. So this is going to be number 4, King Domino. Now, number 3, I genuinely believe is going to be right here, Tenby. Tenby is right in the middle. I think it's what I'm looking for. But I've also heard that there's, I believe somebody said there was a decent amount of upkeep, and I need to figure out why that is in this game. And I think other people said that it was a little bit too much for what it is. And a game needs to understand what it is. And if this ends up being just too much for just a set of cards, that could definitely, lower it on the rung of the ladder. So Tenby, but it's beautiful, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun playing it, but Tenby is going to be my number 3. Now, this is a tough one, but I think my number 4, honestly, is going to be Sagrada. I think number 4. Yeah. Now, this is a tough one, guys, but I think my number 2 is going to be Sagrada. I think this game is going to be an absolute keeper. It's going to be a blast. And I'm really excited to try to get those dice. And I'm hoping that there's a really good dice drafting mechanic in here where it's tight. I want it to be tight. I want to be infuriated by the fact that she took the 1 dice that I need. Okay, why do I want that? I don't know. Why do you? Okay, you would want that too. But yes, Sagrada is my number 2, and it's just beautiful. I'm super excited. I can't believe I haven't played this game yet, and I've been in the hobby for years. But I think that leaves my number... I know that leaves my number 1 as Castle Combo. I think this game has a little bit of everything. It has a little bit of that... I don't know if I'd say push your luck. It's not really push your luck because... every game is a little bit push your luck because you're trying to decide, do I want to put this card here or do I want to put it here? But I love the idea of just taking this very basic set of cards and trying to optimize a grid based on, the positioning, the requirements of the card, and having to spin these keys, because I know that's a part of the game, right? Is having to spin these keys to decide if you want to move the guy up or down, but the keys can be valuable as well, and there's opportunity to make money in this game, all kinds of stuff. So this, I think, is going to have a little bit of everything else of the other games and probably be the most played of the bunch. So that is number one, and that is going to be it, guys. So here's kind of how we're ranking them. I don't know if you can see this. I can't see myself, but this is basically how it is going for me. And I want you guys to please let me know what you think about this ranking. Did I hit it? Did I nail it? Or am I just wrong? Are my opinions wrong? Feel free to let me know. But that's going to be it, guys. I don't want to take up too much more time here. Does that look better? But yes, thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Let me know in the comments how you would rank these 5 games. I'm super excited to get them all to the table, and we will be talking again very, very soon. It will not be another year. I can guarantee that. So, we're done here. Until next time, which hopefully is not a year away. Later.